Hey, I have to confess something. I was doing some internet research on you, and I hate to tell you this, but I'm not sure I trust you. I desperately want to trust you, but I just don't know. Is this the real you or the internet you? Hey, it's not your fault that I don't trust you. The problem is, it's not easy to represent yourself online in a truthful and reliable way. To trust you, I need people I trust to trust you.
Hi, I'm Hillary Shirk, and this is my co founder, Emily Stutzman, and this is the story behind Reco, the mobile app for community backed recommendations. We've worked in Portland's sneaker industry for almost a decade. It was our job to hire creatives like copywriters and video editors. To do this effectively, we relied on personal recommendations. But longer than we've been colleagues, we've been scheming up ideas and bringing our communities together. For example, Emily and I had a single friend who wanted to date but was so tired of the shallow dating app culture. We couldn't let her give up, so we started talking about cute single babes that we thought would be a good match for her. That list got long enough that naturally we had to start a Google sheet where we listed all their names, their Instagram handles. We even wrote bios for them. It was so much fun. We picked a good one, got their approval for a blind date, and sent them out to drinks. Now, this is not a love story, but after the date, she told us she enjoyed the experience of being set up with someone vouched for by a friend. Before we knew it, word got out that we were setting up blind dates from a highly vetted list, and everybody wanted in. People who swore they'd never download a dating app wanted to be set up. Friends, family members, and coworkers were putting each other on the list. In just a few weeks, we had hundreds of singles and not enough time to set up dates. So we enlisted more friends to set up their friends and saw that people were having a blast playing matchmaker and their friends were going on fun dates. No more late night doom swiping on dating apps. No messaging strangers only to get ghosted for no reason. Just dates. This was more than just a hobby matchmaking service. It was the beginning of a community where people felt happy making their friends happy. Now, let's compare that to the current reality of dating apps. Studies show that the more you use them, the lonelier and more depressed you become. If you're spending 90 minutes a day swiping, no wonder you don't have the time or energy to actually meet people. The difference is that people didn't come to the community only looking for love, they came with love. They came vouched by trusted friends. So, with the trust and the funds from our community, we graduated from Google Sheets and built Reco's MVP. We wanted to see if a handful of people would download an app to play matchmaker for their single friends. In other words, we had to convince people in relationships that they weren't joining a dating app, they were joining a recommendation app. And they did. In just a few months, over 1,000 people showed up. 1,000 people wanted to Reco their friends. With the first version of our app, anyone could recommend their single friends, browse matches, and work with other matchmakers to set up first dates. Traditional swipe apps are an isolating experience. Reco is the first app that gives friends an active role in who you date. We're moving forward, and we're expanding to new users. We've opened the Reco beta experience to anyone wanting to be set up. You can message your matchmaker, collaborate on your profile, and use the date planner to match availability and date activity preferences. This is just the beginning, so we need you to sign up and give us feedback on your experience. The first 20 beta testers will receive our first ever edition of merch. Follow us on social media for more details. So if you're thinking, Reco, what a cool dating app, then I haven't quite made my point. While Reco started with dating, what's at the core is actually much bigger. It's trust and community to facilitate recommendations. Like dating, success in day-to-day life depends on the people you surround yourself with. We all know how to find strangers on the internet. What we don't have is a good way to source personalized recommendations from our friends. we see Reco extending to anyone that benefits from a personal recommendation. Just think about this the next time you try to find a mechanic, a social media manager, or a date. You'll need a Reco. We're on the lookout for accredited investors to join our vision. If that's you, or if you have a Reco for us, email us at invest@datewithreco.com.